Memo Bibi Akwaba Eba Melodies TV. So the political season has it's beginning to trick in small. Oh here Obia washa see a one friend dia group Sammy Gyamfi. Now saying oh here radio stations ni TV stations are work. You see no Bawumia nsem ni post bia o make ye in the past no. Now we print it at paper so. Wakasa ni we yatre Ghana for some more he. When the background they will make it promise we no nuni, and I think it's a nice strategy. Now Sammy Gyamfi can some assemble kwa waka and say the NDC will prosecute Bawumia for corruption if he leaves power. Not to say after 2024 Bawumia will free so NDC for say Bawumia you corrupt. Inti omo ebe prosecuting omo the number court because chrono wabo chrono yankwa kinkani he ensemo Sammy Gyamfi ka na yebe say no kware ana say no kware now see the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress NDC Sammy Gyamfi has said for nearly 8 years that the new patriotic party has been in office. They have not been able to prove any act of corruption against former President John Mahama. On say a young MPP force say Mahama you corrupt. In the NDC form so are there MPP forces. This year more abaimu. What na abaimu for 8 years. So you no query say Mahama you corrupt. Adenti na muntu mi prove bibia mfa ne ho say indeed or you corrupt. Na mun yusu entia Mahama. Was in the view of Sammy Gyamfi, Mr. Mahama was not corrupt. He rather cited the vice president for having engaged in alleged corruption in the PDS scandal. It was not just Mahama was corrupt. Ni ekani pakura was corrupt pa Bawumia. Now say let Bawumia leave office. We will prosecute him. You have been in office for 8 years, but haven't found any act of corruption against Mahama. He said on the key points on TV3 Saturday, February 10th, while replying to Akbar Yusuf, Rohula Komieni, an aide to Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who had described former President John Dramani Mahama as incurably corrupt. Inti Bawumia, boys ne baako, kotena program ne so a wo say Mahama de oye kronfo. Just say oye kronfo a untumi nsa ne yare, ye ka se bibi ye incurable untumi nsa ne yare. Nti na Sammy Gyamfi ka say Mahama ye kronfo a 8 years so aban mu ntumi improve bibia. Bawumia de at least metumi abo bibi baako PDS na oka ho bi. Nti Bawumia de ono de ofri aban mu ne ba ya ye chi no. Ose Akbar said Mr. Mahama had no integrity when it comes to fighting against corruption. Na eyana me people under President Akufo-Addo any Bawumia governance no, if they talk about fighting corruption, no more can any Mahama could not fight corruption, could not fight. Eyana me but as someone make any, I don't blame only the because politicians know if you leave things to the politicians, they do politics no more de be. Ghana media na me blame the media for na. Eya na ema politicians ibet na ye platform yi so no mo can be bia keke ne epene ne mo kono. They are the people I blame because you have the fact. The fact of the matter ne say ewiase ni na ye wo bibia ye frɛ no corruption perception index. Enya Ghana for ne ye ni waba beka say nipa kro ne ye NDC ni ntia na oka say NDC for say ye wiase ni na corruption perception index. Na ni na no say yetena se ne ya rank etiefo. So far, under ex-president John Dramani Mahama, ne worst record that wonyaye corruption perception index muno. It is even better than President Akufo-Addo. Ono ne de a wenyani na. Inti se oba betena TV so na oye MPP ni. Na umbu nkrofo, umbu Ghana for because so de ye o se nkrofo ni information. That's the only time I will be to me say and the Mahama de were corrupt or you corrupt seeing Akufo-Addo. That be because worldwide ranking of the corruption perception index no. At say Mahama has fought corruption better than President Akufo-Addo. Obroni ne ranking na waye no watre So wo no obroni no nhwehwemu a waba abaye no we hu nti eno no ye de kasa ye de data ne fact ene ye kasa enya no. But ukojai politician we betena TV so say ane Mahama de we corrupt Mahama de you see ni akwa akotena radio stations bi ni TV stations bi so a ono journalist na wo host program no kra no onim sa nyama we nti adane mere politics me say eno ka ho bi nende ama Ghana fo ya cheche dum so e de aso Mahama kon because Ghana ni bi anim say during the time of Kufuor dum so wo Ghana ni bi anim say during a year JJ Rawlings time na dum so wo ho Ghana ni bi anim say Atamils time dum so wo ho Ghana ni bi anim say Mahama mre so na dum so wo ho but and the MPP for Ghana for ati asese Mahama na di dum so by and they will be what here because they be ya pene some politicians MPP for Babetena radio ni TV so and the Mahama na di dum so by Mahama na di dum so. Meanwhile you the journalist you know the fact and you have the fact correct ni pa chrono uncorrect and no be na last year na ba na mo abeye ya Ghana for born echi no because ya ma ton kolan nketenkete o mutrimu na ba na mako interview in kola wo ye primary school bisa nkola ne se da bi Mahama na di dum so ba Ghana njo mo de o support Mahama no oye kuma wo hwe ya wan tre nkola ne se da bi enye sa net na dum so de na wo Ghana sense ni no you see that is what they've done in a shape this country about so and ama and the false news so bia so ya no can be bia sa akeke hold these people show tromo say who host who journalist no unim ejuma. I say Mahama has no integrity when it comes to fighting corruption. A ban of corruption fighting and Mahama to me Kufuor. Now what trying to say, hey, Nana, corruption perception index, it doesn't speak that way. Tiasemo beka, but at least you've put the fact down. What trend or say, unim dia woye, unim dia woka. Me say one of the realizations I came to. Emma me decided said Dabi 2024 meto abama NDC ne say me ba realize say NDC ba abemwa. That is when every state player was say wo ye na ejuma ye no ohun nyansa ye na ejuma ye NDC ba abemwa. That is when ensofo was say wo mo kasati aban omo hye ase kasati aban sa aban ye bibibonia NDC ba abemwa. That is when judges anaki nim say case we the judges so mu dini say that is when you say judges need the case need dini ye and cases ni bi udwe ho awon ti ase banda NDC na NDC election petition kra no look at the result na saying 4-3 o to say 3 of the judges kra said that be NDC mu na mo aban mu na so ye ne mu nya adwen and why no dey aban akokota on Ubenya unanimous. Charlie. What's that? And this is that is when you see journalists. So your investigative journalists that is when you see say journalists no boy juma. And this is one who attack Anas. Anas expose bibriba or ye. And this is for ometena ha attack no. Mende, what did we see? What do we see? NDC time now be say journalist yi po echuma or yade. So I mean with ya pine so ama especially the MPP politicians they fly to Ghanaians and we don't check them. You check your mo ka obi hu. I say he was replying to Sammy Gyamfi's me try reading it so. He was replying to Sammy Gyamfi's earlier comments on the show that Dr. Bawumia was a chronic liar. Sammy Gyamfi accused Dr. Bawumia of peddling falsehood in 2016 and in 2020 and got away with it to win the elections for the New Patriotic Party, but cannot do that this time around. I say it is very laughable that our friends in the MPP and Bawumia think that they can once again hoodwink the people with lies. Ghanaians are wide awake. The days when Bawumia could get away with his lectures, as we saw in opposition, which were full of lies, are gone. He got away with it in 2016 and in 2020, but they will but they will be but they will not be third time lucky in 2024. The whole propaganda that he was the economic messiah and he had the magic wand has been exposed. The people have no confidence and trust in Bawumia. His people are faced with the challenge of marketing a candidate who is a chronic liar, he said while reacting to the address delivered by Dr. Bawumia. Also commenting on the same show, Agba said, I think that as somebody who passionately advocates for Mahama, he should be the last person to use the word credibility, especially on matters bordering corruption. Mr. Mahama is the only politician I know at the highest level who is incurably corrupt. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Also, in February 2009, according to the federal court report on the matter of the infamous Airbus scandal, the court established conclusively that Mr. Mahama, as early as February 2009, was in a constant email conversation with officials of Airbus. We also have listened, after a series of investigations by the special prosecutor, that it was established clearly that Mr. Mahama was the man designated government official 1. It was this man who used the name of his brother as the intermediary to receive bribes worth $8 million with a phony company registered in Spain. That phony company took $3 million out of the money and remitted over $5 million to Mr. Mahama. He added and added and added. And okay, can some me say, Samosi Mahama a corrupter. What I mean, this is even the right time to. This is here NDC for some Beche Bawumia. Only on me PROSECUTE Bawumia, you know, omo pokimo. They've poked the bear. It is a mohena say. Monsumu will be na monsumu betumi achi NDC atumwa. I think say MPP4, this is the time. This is your time to shine. Ati say, this is the time I was mo Ghana for say Mahama so ye kronfo. Asemo a ye wo efa ne ho no eni. De ye wo fa Mahama ho no eni. Enti no monsumu monkoso na no ejefo mesre. Ntwe ma jo comment box ni mo. Ai. Ntwe ma jo comment box ni mo. That's it.